I'd like to ask maybe an obvious question, but coming up to 140, tell us about how you feel your power will translate. There's been other fighters have come, and the big question is, will that power translate? I'd like to know what your thoughts are for you fighting at 140 for your first time.
Well, I think the power is still there. It just depends on how well my opponent can take a punch. I mean, I am fighting a bigger guy with Adrien Broner, who has fought at welterweight and faced some of the better welterweights there. So the power may not show because he might be able to take a better punch. But I moved up from featherweight, all the way to lightweight, and I, still carry punch. My last victory, everybody knows, I knocked out Dejan Slatikanen, who had never been dropped, and he was undefeated, and I dropped him, cold. So the power is there. It just also depends on how well the guy can take a punch.
I'll say that was some knockout. Operator, do we have a question?
We have a question from the line of Lem Satterfield with Premier Boxing Champ.
Chris just asked the question I was going to ask, but I'll go ahead and piggyback. Mike, can you talk about how comfortable you are at this weight? I mean, do you walk around heavier than this at all, or is this a big cut for you?
It's not a big cut, honestly. It's actually a very simple weight cut. But I think what I'm be working on is not necessarily just focusing on power, but I'm gonna try to continue working on my footwork, having my speed, my reflexes, so that I can carry that. The power, I believe, is gonna be there regardless, but I want to make sure that I carry my speed, and I don't want the weight to affect me in any way and then slow me down.
Is he going to be the best boxer you faced?
You know what? On paper, he has the biggest resume with the most accomplished fighter that I've faced. But as far as the better boxer, I mean, I'm just gonna have to wait and see, on the 29th, see how good of a fighter he really is, because he's definitely got the talent and the skills. Let me see what I can do on July 29th.
Thanks a lot, Mikey.
All right, Len.
Operator, if there are no more questions in queue.
We do actually have one more question just came in from Steven Carino with KO Artist Sports.
All right, let's do it. Go ahead.
Hey, Mikey. Thanks for taking the time, man. Thanks for taking the fight too. I actually spoke to you at Dodger Stadium, man, this past Sunday, and you told me, that you don't lose, that he loses. Obviously, the fight's done now. I don't know if it was done then or not, but I mean, you exuded a lot of confidence, man. So, how do you expect the fight to play out?
All right, look, it's gonna be a good competitive fight, very close fight, because he, like I said, he can't deny the skills, you can't deny his accomplishments. But in the end, at the end of the night, I feel like I'm a slight better boxer, just a little bit better than he is, and I actually got to prove it on the 29th. I did tell you, he loses, he's lost. I don't lose, and that's where I have that confidence. I don't believe anybody around my division can beat me right now, and I don't think Adrien Broner is gonna be one to give me those kind of problems. We're gonna obviously train hard and prepare ourselves. We can't take him lightly, but I still believe very, very strongly that I'm the better fighter.
And your camp has game planned before for him with Robert Garcia, obviously, and Maidana. Is this a fight maybe that you reach out to Maidana, kind of ask him, any tips he could give you? Obviously, he's been in the ring with him. He defeated him before. Is that you kind of pick Maidana's brain on this one?
Not quite. We have different fighting styles, Maidana and myself, so it's not like I'm try to, imitate what he did. But what I do remember Marcos and my brother, talking about the Broner fight. Adrien Broner is a very strong fighter. Maidana said that he's a very strong fighter and has a heavy punch. So, I just got to be aware of that. But as far as the actual fight itself, with game plan and strategy, we'll do that on our own with my dad and my brother.
All right, great. Well, thanks a lot, Mikey. I appreciate it. Best of luck.
You're welcome. Thank you.